Hey everybody, this is Dustin, your specialist. So today I'm looking at a spider, and I just came out here. My technician, I was like, hey, what's going on? He's like, well, we're doing one of our appliance services, and then we just replaced the water heater with an Instahot from Dometic on demand. And so he's over here doing his, getting ready to do the refrigerator service, popping off the cover for the furnace. And I just want to talk about like something like this real quick, right? So this is a refrigerator that to us shows no sign of ever being serviced. And how I say that is because this paper, this attention, this should have been removed when the PDI was done. This is a flammable source that could have over time fell off, just like this other piece of, this one's lost its adhesion. This could have fell off, got back here and caught this refrigerator on fire. Now, in conjunction with that, right, this refrigerator works off both 110 and propane. It has to have 12 volt. As you can see, all the debris and insulation and stuff pulled loose, insulation's coming undone, spider webs everywhere in here, pests everywhere in here, bugs. There's all kinds of little bugs. That even looks like mouse turds. So there's other bugs in here. There's little bees or wasps that are in here. And then there's more right here. You can see those bees. So this refrigerator, you got really lucky. So when you see this, sir, here's even the condensation drip line piece that's supposed to go into the refrigerator. And I'll set that right there. Must be his backup, because here's the other one, but even that's all brittle too. This is supposed to be sticking outside of the refrigerator door through the vent and to drain the water and the condensation out. I can see that they've had at one time these little plastic ties. So that tells me that they've had the screens on there, kind of like they have the screen here for the furnace, but it's allowed all kinds of stuff to get in here. And you're not just seeing it in here. It's going after the food source, which is the leftover smell of the propane that's got like a natural garlic byproduct in it. So think of it as like a barbecue. They can get in that chamber and they can block off that chamber, and then that refrigerator won't cool correctly on 110 or on 12 volt because it's a source of heat. So it can damage that. All the sealant that's here is all old and coming loose and separating. So with this condensation drain tube, that could have leaked water here and got down and damaged the furnace or damaged the wood surface of the floor. So we've done other videos on this. I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but make sure that you're doing your maintenance on it. Make sure that you know where your model and serial number is, both inside the refrigerator and the outside. This is specifically just for the cooling unit. This is the cooling unit model and serial number and product identification. Make sure you know where your PC boards are at, how to access those. There's a couple fuses in here. These are your positive and negative terminals for your power, for your 12 volt side. You can see all the grounds are all filthy, so this is why we highly stress, make sure you're coming in and you're doing your maintenance. You want to make sure that the propane's not leaking. There's multiple areas that the propane can leak. Some of these have a rubber line. Sometimes those crack and leak as well. Same thing with the furnace. There's stuff that's floating around in here. There's a piece of paper there. There's all kinds of little debris. There's stuff that's sitting on the PC board. I don't even know if that's bugs or what, but same thing in here. There's all kinds of cobwebs and stuff you can see in there. This is a chamber where this allows, hot and fresh air to come in. And then inside, behind this cover, this is the squirrel cage. So there's actually an exhaust fan that's in here on this side. And I'll try to zoom in a little bit so you can see it. So you can see how dirty that fan blade is, right? That's to get the exhaust out. Those build up all the time with mud dauber nests and bees and all kinds of stuff, wasp nests and stuff in there. Had baby bats, mice, sparrows, all kinds of little critters, all kinds of little pests. Same thing will happen in this one. It'll build up, and people say, hey, this isn't working, that's not working. Well, it's because of lack of maintenance. There's also gaskets on this furnace too, and depending upon the use and how often you're using it, those require to be replaced as well. And so, just, again, not trying to be a dead horse, but make sure you do your maintenance. If not, you're going to come in here, and this refrigerator nowadays with you know, who knows, all the tariff crap and everything else, they're going to say, oh, that refrigerator's $2,000 or $3,000 for just a 2-door refrigerator. And some of the bigger ones, we just replaced one here the other day for a customer, and it was $6,500 for a refrigerator. And he elected to go ahead and do a residential refrigerator instead, but it was $6,500 to replace a refrigerator, and the only thing that was missing on it that they didn't still make was the PC board and the control board for the inside. You know, same thing with these furnaces. They're all over the place too. I don't even know what that water heater cost him, but I'm sure that was expensive. I don't know why he replaced it. I don't know if it's because of the same thing, lack of maintenance, and it, you know, and it rotted at the bottom of the tank. I don't know, but overall, this unit is in bad shape. You know, somebody's took and put a Turnabond tape all the way across the whole top seam. It's trapped water in there and behind it. The guy said inside it's all water damaged. You know, none of the body silts on it have been maintained. You know, I can see all the silicones and stuff on the sidewalls and stuff are same thing. They're all missing. Look how bad that is. Right? That's all separated. That molding is completely loose. You know, you can see right here how close that is. And as you follow that down, watch that gap just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So those moldings need to get resecured, resealed. The inserts need to be replaced. You can see all the dirt and water stains on there. Same thing, they had Turnabond taped that front cap. And people are always, oh, mine's fine. I never see any leaks, right? Well, work in an RV shop, you'll see it. There's the journals where water's getting in and out, and the tape is lifting and curling. You can see where it's lifting. And you can see the little journals. I know it's zooming in and it's all over the place, but trust me, if I went on top, it's gonna be worse. You know, they did the sides too, which is just crazy to me, you know. Oh yeah, and you can tell they've been battling with leaks for a long time, and then all the water's running down the sides. You can see this is just a daily condensation. So see all that water? That's in the morning, and it's like 59 degrees here in Lodi, California, you know. And then I think that's all the bird poop or whatever that's on there too that's fell off. But none of these seams are sealed. And they're gonna come back in one day and say, hey guys, I just spent all this money fixing it up, and you know, what do you mean it's totaled? So stay tuned for more. I'm not trying to rag on anybody, but this thing needs a lot of love and maintenance. So if you're the owner and you're seeing this, you know, whether you fix it or we fix it or somebody else fix it, we're here to help you and guide you. So it doesn't matter whether you buy the parts from us, whether you buy them from Amazon. You know, if you need some help and advice and some tips, that's what we do these videos for. I think we're almost at 1,000 videos that are released now. And, you know, that's what they're out there for. We try to list all the products and links and stuff available for you, written articles on stuff, how to clean and maintain them, what to do, what not to do. And this is, you know, over 25 years of like real life experience, you know, working on like 3 to 5 units that come into the shop every single day. So just imagine, you know, 25 years of that. And prior, you know, worked at shops that had, you know, as much as 22 technicians. So, I mean, I've worked on thousands and thousands and thousands of RVs over the years. So, you know, it doesn't matter what brand or what kind. I mean, we see them all. You know, there's all kinds of stuff in here that we're working on. You know, the lot's full as normal. It's just, you know, we care about you guys. We want you to go out, make memories, and have a good time camping. You know, we want you to be safe. You know, those could have caught on fire. You know, if you got small kids and stuff in here, all that water's getting inside, causing mold and mildew. It's going to be hidden in between the walls and the floors and the paneling and stuff, and you're not going to see it. You're just going to get, you know, think, hey, I'm getting sick, or I'm getting an allergy, or, you know, or my eyes are itching, or my ears are itching, or whatever, your throat, your lungs, you know. So, all right, well, hey, have a good day. Keep up on your maintenance, please. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Dustin, your RV Specialist.